Alright, so what I need to do, I gotta reset that real quick. Now we should be right back in there. Sometimes I can't function my app I do my live stream on too well with the, I don't know, it's got to do with the size of the screen. I'm not sure. So we're just going to go through a little bit here. And then I may actually walk through some other people's parks that I haven't been through. There's some people that I used to be friends with on here that haven't played in so long, but wouldn't mind going back and seeing their parks. Now, hopefully everybody is doing their Easter egg hunt. Though Easter egg hunts can be difficult finding all the eggs, especially with all the colors. So don't forget to use your yeah, what is that thing? Prismatic Pantheon, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, don't forget to turn that on so you can see your eggs. I like to do it without it sometimes, just so I can train my eyes to see what I'm looking for. I know that I've not done a whole lot of videos this season for this event concerning dragons. I do have a few things planned out. I am actually trying to complete a few things so that I can make some videos. And we still got a little bit of time. But hopefully it don't take that long for me to do what I have planned. I am still keeping up with all the new dragons, though. We've got some really neat dragons that they've came out with. I am not seeing anything. I haven't really found anything on this island for some reason. I don't understand it myself. I really need to move this out of the way, though. Oh, really? Okay, interesting. Well, what I could do about that, I can store that away because that should do that. Now what I can do is store that away. There we go. Come on, fingers, work. Ah. Very nice. Take care of that just a little bit. Alright, so back to egg hunting. So I hope everybody is having a wonderful weekend. The sun's shining here in Indiana. Very warm. Last night it got really cold. Like, it went from being 84 this past week, and it dropped all the way down into the 50s, and for the highs during the day, and then at night, man, it's been like 30 degrees. It's just cold. And we've been trying to do some mushroom hunting. There's some people south of me have been finding like 200-300 mushrooms, and that's the Easter egg hunt that I want to do, you know what I mean? This Easter egg hunt's pretty fun though. I'm trying to get better. My back went out on me yesterday. Not sure what I did, but as soon as it gets better, I'll be out mushroom hunting. Ooh, okay. That's a big hit. Mm-hmm. Now, I have not successfully found all of the eggs yet. I've tried to. I've came on 2 or 3 times during the day to try to collect all the eggs, and it just seems like I never can find all the eggs. Now, of course, some of you guys, now I've made a video about it, but a lot of you guys know about the little bunny rabbit walking around or hopping around, yeah. Cute little bunny rabbits, the old Easter bunny. Can't forget about the Easter bunny. And I know that a few of you guys have been watching how I decorate my park. I did make a new island. Ended up turning it into a gem island. Now I have 2 gem producing islands. One is Chrysaline, while the other is Chrysalis. That's not right. Chrysaline? Chrysaline? Let me see. Yeah. Right here. The Chrysaline habitats produce gems. And then the gemstones. So I got 2 different islands that produce gemstones. I honestly think that a person can't go wrong with having as many gemstone habitats, you know. And so what my plan is to literally put gemstone habitats everywhere. But what I want to do here, now that I'm already over here, I want to go ahead and try to do this. I'm trying to finish up. I need 2 more roses. I need a handful more of these ivy leaves. I got the roses. I need to get a few more of those. And I'm trying to remember, there's another one. And then the wooden idols I want to finish out. And I'm almost done with the shells. I think I just need 1 more shell. And then I should be complete with that. Once I get a couple of these done, I will do some more videos for you guys on how to evolve certain dragons. Let it be a shell. No, it's not bad though. Because I don't have the red one yet. We'll just stick that right there. That's a really pretty red on that one though. I like that. It's kind of got that passion fruit red color. If anybody's ever seen passion fruit, my goodness, that's a beautiful fruit. And it tastes so good. I can't find passion fruit in my area. You have to order it online. Ooh. Man, that was black rose. Black rose. Oh, it's right there. Look at that. I wanted to grow a black rose bush one time. I really did. Believe it or not, everybody, if you love roses, they actually have rainbow roses. Literally, like a rose bush that will grow single blossoms with rainbow colors in the rose. It's really crazy. I would like to get one. I might get lucky enough one of these days. I don't know. Well, they had a lot stacked on that. I need to get into my other islands as well. On my other parks, I'm literally trying to save up enough Dragon Cash to get more islands. Okay, so this is the problem that I have with having all these egg pedestals everywhere that literally have Easter eggs that will be placed right here beside them. Yeah. That's so crazy. It used to be when I started off playing this game and they had the eggs. I had different design back in the day when I first started out, but it was so difficult for me to find the eggs inside of my what I guess you could call it. It was an egg garden maze. I don't have it like that anymore. Man, I needed that because I have a special dragon, I think. I don't know. It may not be what I think it is, but I'm gonna. Yes! Look at that! Woohoo! Man, look at that dragon. Isn't that crazy looking? I got all those other colors on there, so I don't have that one. Look at that. Look how I just changed the colors and everything. That's so cool looking. I like the wings. It's so basically it's a phoenix dragon, if you don't see it, but it really is. I like it. I like that. That's really cool. I like that too. I like the tail, man. I don't know what it's like a scepter almost. Yeah. I was going to try for 2. I didn't know if it would go. Ooh, that was close. Now, they say that there's a 21 on that dice, but you know what? I've never seen a 21 roll. I've never hit a 21. I've hit a 20, but I've never hit a 21. I don't even know what that would give you. Maybe 2 extra rolls? I don't know. But I've never rolled it, so... Alright, so we're going to... And in case, by the way, for some of you guys that might be new to this, the dice on those 2 back there that I just did, D&D dice. If you had never picked up on the type of dice that is, which whenever I figured that out a handful of years ago, I never played Dungeons and Dragons, but I have seen the dice. I thought that was pretty cool. I guess there's different varieties of dice for that too. I didn't know that. Alright, so we're going to go one more place up here. We're going to check out my island. Let's see, sometimes I have been finding eggs up here. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, oh, what? There's one right there. I was going to say it was an eggless island, but not so eggless after all. There we go. This is where it's difficult. I might have some eggs hidden in here. Sometimes my screen moves quick. Easter eggs, Easter eggs. So many Easter eggs. It's a lot for my eyes to take. You know, you ought to check out my video, guys. If you've never seen my video on how I designed my islands, my big islands, oh my goodness, you should check them out. It takes like 2 to 4 hours on some of these. Some of them I went by real quick. Some of my islands that I video, I can do it within an hour. There was one that literally took me, was it 3 days? Because I was wanting to be very specific on how I did it. And I wanted to try to measure too. Mushroom. It's probably one of my most prized eggs right here. I like the Abraxas dragon. The pedestal is just cool looking too, and it's very suiting to be on a marble pedestal. I like it. Oh, get back up there. Alright, so let's go up here. I want to find out what that is because I'm real curious. For 14.5 hour incubation time, the only thing that I could think of is it's either a rainbow dragon or it's actually the dragon that I'm after, which is the new one. So we're going to find out. Oh, wow. I was way off. Check that out, man. 14.5, that should be 15 gems, but they want me to spend 30 gems to get. I don't have 30 gems. Wow. That's got to be a special dragon, guys. I bet that's the dragon I need. So I did a video, if you haven't seen it yet, I did a video on how to get this little guy. Let me turn down the volume just a smidge. It is pretty loud. But yeah, the Cecropia. Yeah. And if you really want to know, I actually had to learn how to say that word. I've never had to say it before. I've read it. Never really figured out how to pronounce it, but I went online to learn how to pronounce this name. And don't get me wrong, I mean, I'm pretty smart, but there's a lot of words in the English language that we sometimes we don't use it. And if we never had to use it, pronunciation evades us. So it's good to look it up sometimes. Cecropia. Now, the reason why I think that the dragon that I got up there on the on that platform is because of how long it takes to breed. Yeah, I think it didn't really, I mean, I guess you could say in a way that it cut the time in half for it. But I'm not exactly sure. I'm really hoping that it is this dragon. 30 gems for 14 and a half hours of, and 14 and a half, I mean, that would be kind of half of this almost. So, but I don't know. It's crazy. I hope so. I think it'd be cool to have it. Now, I do want to do this. Where am I at? Here I am. I'm right here. Hold on a minute, everybody. The 30 gems is because you sped up that cave at least. Yeah, I did. But there's been a lot of times that I didn't do it that way. And it would throw in huge numbers of gems to get it out. But yeah, you're right. I did about, let's see, 4 times. And I got those star wings, I think is what that was. I said a timer too long, and then how is it going, man? See, I didn't get the first message. I'm sorry about that. The 21 dice is only when you boost the roll by 1. Oh, okay. Oh, well, I've not ever really used the gems for that. Well, that's pretty informative, though. So, if you're watching, yeah, or if you will watch, he says the 21 on the dice is only whenever you boost the roll by 1 by paying 5 gems. So, there's some information for us. Now, I am all about gem dragons. Ooh, I got the ruby. Okay, let's do it again. How much are they going to ask me for? Eventually, that gem dragon price is going to go up. The lapis. Okay, so I'm curious about that. Right. Lapis is... I don't think the lapis is actually a gem dragon for the gem habitats. I think the lapis is actually one of the... maybe... yeah, I'm gonna have to come back and check that out. All right, so let's go do this. I got to catch up on some of this stuff, guys. I've fallen behind. And then after I do this, I think I might visit a couple parks just to see what's going on in people's parks. Whoa, look at there. And they're not going to offer me double. Okay, double the reward. Yeah. You get the chance to double your reward, guys. Go ahead and do it. I like how they advertise this game and they make it look like people have to be like super genius to figure it out. And you really don't. Not really. Only a person with the IQ of 150 can beat this. It's funny watching that sometimes. Oh, there's 4 of them right there, I see. He failed. There we go. Nothing like that. I'm 45 days away from getting my island. And I got enough gems. My goal was to actually get the 120, was it 120? Yeah, 120 gems to buy. But I don't think I can buy the generator. Nah, I think I've wasted all my time with it. Hey, look at who's walking around here. Look at that guy. Kalani, what are you doing, man? I remember whenever the eggs had more value to them, and you could get more for collecting the people too. I remember way back when. Alright, so I will be coming in here into my parks really soon, because I really want to get things organized. I'm almost there. Oh, come on, fingers. I got a buddy trying to call me at the time I'm on here. I think what he wants to do is buy my hunting license. It's turkey season this coming month. I don't mind. Well, he's gonna have to wait. I don't know if you are on my friends list in these other parks, if you ever actually noticed that I made a bird. I don't know if that looks like a bird or not. Looks like a bird to me. I just thought it was cool. So how's Mr. Twitchy doing today? You know, the real trick is to figure out how to design around that shape of the bird. That's going to be the real trick. Well, I'm actually down and out today. Somewhere in the night, I must have rolled over wrong and I threw my back out. So, I'm kind of laid up today. But I think part of my problem was I was outside in the cold weather yesterday, because it was like 50 and dropped from 50 to 30 in like 2 hours, and I was out fishing. And so I think maybe that had a little bit to do with it. I should watch myself a little bit better because I have herniated disc in my lower and upper back, plus my neck. So I gotta be in the best shape, you know. I gotta take care of myself. Try this out. I haven't done anything on here. And we know that ain't gonna work. Come in second place, that'll be fine. That little feller's trying to catch up to me. Should have known better. I ain't gonna lie, I could always use the food. I'm hoping one day that I can get my park here, this one right here, up to date so well that it becomes my main park. I would really like that because of these two main islands right here. I think these two islands right here, it's kind of like a town, you know. And I really would like to make this park my main park eventually. I'm almost done, guys. I'm almost done with my other park, my main park that I have right now. I need to get another island, my fourth giant island. Okay, what am I doing here? I wanted to do something, and I know that I don't have that dragon. I don't have a lot of stuff, man. I do need to finish that out. Let's see. Light and dark. Go for it, buddy. Eventually, I will work on this. Whew, that's a lot. Let's see, how much? Nope, that ain't gonna work. Wow, that's a lot. A little bit by a little bit. Now, I think that was actually my baby dragon park. And if I'm correct, the one I'm going to now is my adolescent. Having some troubles here. There we go. $56 gems. Yeah, right, yeah. Now, why is it jumped like that? Have you ever noticed, now for some of you guys out there that actually have more than one park, have you ever noticed that each park's value on currency for like opening up these presents are always different? They never match up. So like in this park, it cost me, what was I say, for 20 gems, I could be in the same spot in one of my other parks, and it would be like 50 gems, or maybe it's 7 gems. It's never the same, and I've never figured out why that is. And I'm wanting to say that it might have to do with the park level. I don't know, but it doesn't sound right. Now, I got friends in this park, and very few people come in here. I do. I got friends in here, but I don't hardly ever get the friends in here anymore. I'll cry about it. That's what I'll do. These are just smaller parks. Eventually, I'll get in here and fix these up. That's a cool looking dragon. See, I don't think I have that dragon even in my main park. It says it's a metal dragon, but I think it's metal and water because it looks like it's swimming. So we had a close call today here. We was bringing stuff in from the car, and we had set some stuff down on the stove, I guess. And I guess whenever it got sat, we had some trash bags in the boxes. The big boxes cost like $8 for, I don't know, was it like 80 trash bags or something like that? And I guess what happened was we put the boxes on the counter and on the stove, and when we put it on the stove, it knocked the dial over a little bit, which turned the stove top on, and we didn't know this. And needless to say, our trash bags went up in flames. We got the trash bags out of the house, and we poured some water on them, tried to figure out what was salvageable and what wasn't, and one whole box was just completely no good. it was just on fire. There was no saving it. The other box, about half of them were okay. But you imagine, I mean, $16 plus tax down the drain. Pretty well. That is a lot. But I caught it. I mean, I was walking through the house. I was asking people, I was like, is anybody cooking stuff here? Because I was smelling that on fire, and I didn't know what it was. I thought maybe something was in the oven. It turned out it was just little stuff on the stove burning. So that was pretty, that was mostly the highlight of my day. Choose a key. Oh my goodness. Which key do I need to choose? Which box? Which box? Tell me which box. Left? Alright. Well, that's not bad. I could always use the cash. Well, gotta do it again. Fire and plant. Poison. Oh well. Noggered. Twitch, if you stay on here, I plan on visiting some parks of people that haven't played in a while. Those are the people I plan on going to. But if anybody else is out there that want to see it, come on in. And I encourage these people to come back. I really do. I get it. When you play the game and it's taking forever to build your park, people get frustrated and they give up. I get that. I gave up one time. I deleted the game. I was like, forget this. It does get frustrating because you expect your park to grow, and you expect when you're breeding dragons for the dragons to show up, you know. You expect to get them. Roger that. 10-4. I've made major changes with Decorators Week. All right. Well, I know there's a few parts I do want to hit. Won't make a lengthy one out of it, but let's visit one park and then we'll go visit your park. How about that? Because I really do need to call that guy. I really think he wants to buy my hunting license, which is close to $100. Now you got to buy two licenses, really. One for turkey, and then you got to buy a game bird hunting tags, which allows you to get other game birds that aren't even available to hunt during this season, which is stupid to me, but that's how they make their money, guys. DNR does not just they don't have tons of money. It's whatever is bought, they use the money from that, and then they donate. So I think he wants to take me in there tonight and get the license. And it's still early enough. I can go anytime before 8 o'clock. All right, guys, bear with me. I have so many friends in here, guys. It is crazy. There's people that have been playing for a while, and I can't even see. This guy, I believe, is one of the new guys in here. I'm trying to remember if D hasn't been there for a while or not. I can't remember all the people's names. Yeah, this person ain't been around for a while. So this guy used to talk to me all the time. And I don't know what happened. Ain't got a clue. I'm trying to remember what event that would have been on. It's partly Christmas, but it's something else. I don't know if it was this past Christmas or the Christmas before. They had dragons in there. It's almost as if they planned on coming back. Maybe whatever device they were using fell, or it broke, or it just, maybe it was stolen or something. You never know. They lost their park. I could go back into my contacts. See, I have people from emails on my YouTube channel. I could contact this person and ask them what's going on. They might reply. I don't know. They had a lot going on in here. They were kept up with just about all of the dragons. So much. Really cool design, really. I thought. it's not like they didn't have enough currency to do the game either. I mean, 710 gems, 91 billion. Wait, that's 91 million. Sorry. 91 million dragon food. I mean, that's a lot of dragon food. That really is. 157,000 rift crystals. I mean, that's a lot. And that almost enough to go out and get another island on Dragon Cache. So, I mean, it's not like they didn't have it. I need to contact them and find out what's going on. Find out. That's a neat looking little island right there. I like that. It's kind of odd with the colors though. That green and yellow, it sort of, it throws you off a little bit, you know. It never ceases to amaze me, the creative mind of other people, you know. I mean, people say that my park's just amazing, you know, and to me it's just like a basic park, you know. But I get it. When you look at other people's designs, it's kind of like, why didn't I think of that? That's really cool, you know. And you mix match stuff, and you learn things that you could do and could change. Off because had to turn my Wi-Fi off because it was losing connection for some reason. So now I'm using straight phone data, which is unlimited. Thank you, AT&T. Man, isn't that pretty? That's something else right there, guys. By the way, now most of you know this, and some of you don't if you're new to the game. You can type in your Chrome search, or use Google if you want to. Type in Island Designs Dragonvale, and you will see hundreds of different designs. Which is, and believe it or not, some of the stuff that you see here, there's some out there that are even crazier in design, which gives us ideas on how to design our parks. I got a party hat. Wow. That is there. Look at that. Got that water right there, like there's a pool of water right there, like a lake or something. And they're walking on it. Look at them guys walking on water. Oh my goodness. You know I had to say it. I think Dragonvale, the Deca should come out with ponds. You know, uh, big size ponds that have like fish jumping out of it. Maybe people in boats fishing. Maybe even have like a water dragon that can go inside the pond. Yeah, I think that'd be all right. That'd be a great design. You hear that, Deca? They're asleep right now. They're in, I believe they're in Berlin, Germany, or something like that. I think that's where they said they were from. Which I do believe right now it would be about 1 o'clock. Well, maybe not. It might actually be evening hour. It might be 8 o'clock, 8 or 9 o'clock in the evening. I don't have a separate phone, so I can't really check it, but that would be cool. They told me that there was a big time difference. So when they start work in the morning, it's actually later on in the day. When we get up and play the game and we get our new stuff, it's actually later on in the day for them. There's a lot going on in there. That's better. I like that design right there. It always confuses me. The stepways, making the steps are confusing. I know it's an optical illusion, but it does look cool, like you're walking up a hill to. Maybe Deca should come out with islands that actually have hills on them, like one of our maybe like an island theme that has like a hill on it, or platforms on the hill to put habitats on, or maybe have like rock cliff designs. I think they need new designs for the islands instead of just the basics like what we got. I think they need some newer stuff, more complex things. I really think so. I think it would really help the creative mind. Wow. It's a lot of color mixed in with all that green. Okay, all right. I don't remember this. This is something I don't remember. So they were working on that, weren't they? I'll figure out where I'm at. I did go there, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Hadn't quite got that one designed yet. Alright, eat your heart out, guys. That looks pretty good. That's a hard design to do right there. I mean, it's pretty much like what I was doing with my big island. That is a lot. You know those little hay bales, the little wall there? Those are not cheap. Yeah. I remember that. They were so excited about their design too. I remember talking to them about it. I really need to find out what happened to this person because I'd like him to come back. Come back! Not bad. Got some good dragons in there. And like I said, man, you guys should really work on your gems. You can never have enough gem dragons for sure. You just can't. Because those gems are valuable. Got enough? Is that enough dragons for you for the rift? I mean, honestly, just look at that. There's a lot of dragon in there. Now remember, each one of these islands here hold 5 dragons apiece. So you imagine, count each one of those islands and imagine 5 dragons on each one of them. That's a lot. That really is. Let's see what they got here. They haven't opened up their... So somewhere down here is their cave. Hibernation cave. They haven't opened it up yet, but it's pretty cool. I'll get a hold of this person, find out what happened. I may or may not get a response from them, but it's okay. And like I promised, one more. Got the old rainbow out, huh? Nothing wrong with that. That rainbow sunset. What do you got in here? Okay. And exactly what 2 dragons does that make? I can't remember. You know, I do like that sunset because it kind of reminds me of whenever I was a kid. We used to have some of the most beautiful orange skies. Oh my goodness. And literally, and I'm not exaggerating, I'm not making this up, but the lighting that you see from that sunset on here, that lighting that you see, how it gives that tint, actually did happen, and it does happen in parts of the world. That sunset is like that. Hold on a minute. Okay. And so when you get new dragons, you just change the number. I got you. I mean, that's pretty clever. But you got a lot of dragons in there. My goodness. That pink stone. Those blocks, man. The pastels. I haven't opened up all my pastels. I really do need to work on that. Got the bone dragon. No, that ain't a bone dragon. Is it? No, that's not a bone dragon. That's I know what that is. It starts with a P. Let's see. You got the monolith. No, that's not a monolith either. That's a surface dragon. I'm gonna frustrate myself trying to figure out what those are. I'm better than that. I haven't done the egg one too much on the game. Figuring out what the eggs go to, what dragon. Hello. That'll get your eyes moving. It's a interesting design. Almost looks like stained glass, almost. Got a lot of different purples in there, which match up with that. I really should work on getting my other Galaxy Dragons, but I've got all the Galaxy Dragons. If I get any more, it's just adding to what I already got. Party hat. All right. I have a feeling that when you were designing the, you were cross-eyed with all the color design. It would throw me off a little bit. That's a lot of colors. It's a good usage of colors too. Yeah. That is some different colors. I've not seen a mixture of colors like that. I don't know if it's just me or if it, I'd like to think I'm not alone in it, but the Aurora colors, they throw me off. I'm kind of mixed feeling about the Aurora colors. I mean, they're more of a, I don't know, they're pastel in color. The texture, I guess, color texture is a pastel, but they throw me off so much. It really is hard to design for it. Well, you saw my Aurora habitat. And it was just kind of plain. Even when I did the Love Island, My Love Island. And I'll show it to you again before I X out, but it definitely, the colors, they're just so loud, I guess is the right word, loud. And it's hard to put things together, and it scrambles your brain a little bit. Oh, somebody lost a pet. 2 pets. Yeah, those dragon bones, I had a hard time figuring out where to really put mine. And believe it or not, Deca told me that there's a thing with the game that they can't add the ability to rotate items. It's something to do with the way the game was designed, that they don't have the ability to cause things to rotate. I would say that Deca should come out with, well, seeing that they own it, they own the rights to the game, they should come out with a updated version of the game that allows people to be able to rotate. And I don't know how they would go about doing that, but I mean, there's been a lot of ideas that I've ran across their table, and they're like, yeah, you're not the only one. I'm like, well, okay, well, I mean, can you explain what the problem is that doesn't allow it? And they won't talk about it. So they're pretty set about the rotation of things. They won't let you do it. But there's so many other games out there that are even more basic than this that you can rotate. And I don't understand why they can't. Oh, man. That red. That threw me off just looking at it. I think, though, I mean, if it come down to the problem of not being able to change the design layout, then make an updated version, keeping all of the things of the game, but instead of it being 2D, make it more 3D, or however the D's go on that. Now there is another Dragon game by a whole nother company. I think it's Dragon World or something like that. And it's more 3D, but it's more of like complete the puzzle. And I don't like puzzles. I'm not a puzzle guy. Keep those puzzles far away from me. Okay. I noticed something specific about those eggs, is that they all have that aurora around them. That means that most of those eggs are unique, or they are twins from breeding. Yep. They could also have the ghostly aurora to them. Look at the little bunny rabbits. Hoppity hop. Hoppity hop. That's bright. That is bright. Okay. Interesting little usage of the smaller pyramids. You know, supposedly, in Egypt, there are actually more pyramids than the 3 that sit side by side. There's actually a handful of other pyramids that were built even further back than when those were built. So it's actually kind of neat. So having the little bitty ones just scattered out, I mean, if you knew anything about the pyramids in Egypt, then you'd know that that actually makes a good sense for the design. Wow, that's some hot pink. It almost looks like that hot pink icing I seen one time. That is some brilliant coloring. And it stands out, especially on that design, on that theme, that Christmas theme. That is something else. It should be coming up soon. I need to make a few more videos on how to get a few of these Zodiacs, but we're so far out of the season. And I don't know that they've been throwing the Zodiacs out there like they were. The last Zodiac that I remember was January into February. I don't recall them introducing the March version. Yeah. Japanese island. Well, we'll have to get down to the Japanese islands here in a minute, as Mr. Twitch had to leave, I guess. Sure is a lot going on there. Man alive. Got a lot of open room there. It's really interesting how you keep in the middles of these islands empty. Kind of dark and gloomy there, isn't it? Crystalline on that. That's interesting. There you go. Yes, get those ice shards like that around that. I'd never thought about that. That's a pretty good idea. That is. That's pretty cool. Makes sense. And if you're not careful enough, you might find Superman inside that volcano. Okay. Sand castles, got tiki torches, picnic, and treasure chest. That is interesting. An all-water island, I guess. Now, I've seen this before. This hasn't really changed that much. Man, just maybe a little bit. Ooh, I like it. I love that orange, man. I do. That orange is something else. I really need to get into using blocks. I just don't. I don't know what it is about me and those blocks. They just. I don't know. There's something about the blocks. It looks good when everybody else does, but whenever I want to use blocks, it don't look right. I want to be able to stack the blocks, you know? I want to like build a wall. There we go. Look at there. Good usage of crocus. The crocus flower, that's the purple flower. Them things are not cheap at all. You used some money to get that. Event currency. But during the decorator, yeah, you went to town on it. And that's good. You should. Okay. Trying to think where we're at here. All right, guys. Woo-wee. Okay, so the teen dragon, the tie-in, or should I say, very important dragon to have. It's like one of the highest currency accumulating dragons. Actually, I believe it might be the highest. I'd really like to get myself a whole bunch of those. I tried to do some breeding on it, and never in season. You can like get it during the event, but you couldn't. But you had to purchase it. But you want to accumulate dragon cash? That is, you got to have a farm. You have to farm high dragon cash dragons. Wow. So, there is a lot there. A lot. Okay, guys. Look at that. Now, if you're, I can see it right off the top. And very clever on your design. So, the Japanese samurai would have a helmet with a mask. And that's exactly what you're looking at in the center above the trees. It is a samurai's helmet and mask. Very clever. If I was going to rank an island and a park from first to third, I'd say this would have to be by far the first place. Yeah. This is really This is a lot of thought that went in. This is really clever. I like it. Those cherry blossom trees, though. Wow. It is quite bright. I like it. It's very creative. Very nice. Hello. Another guy with a whole bunch of wagons inside the rift. Yeah, eventually my rift will look something like this whenever I finally clear out more of the clouds. You'll find that whenever you're clearing out the clouds, that there are some clouds that are not permitted to be erased. Some will stay there. And I believe it's this dark one right here. But it goes around, and I don't really understand what the thought was behind that, but really good. Oh, you haven't got the Trip Islands yet. I thought you did. I'm going to show you my the islands that I was telling you about. It was really difficult for me to do, and then we're going to get off of here. So this is my Aurora. Aurora for me was really difficult. There's just so much that was going on in it. It was crazy. But the one that gave me the most trouble out of all of them was actually this one. If you wanted to be sick of the love, let me tell you, designing this was just bleh. But you want to make it all lovey-dovey, you know. And putting them colors in there, and it was something else. This was not an easy one for me to do because it messed with my eyes so bad. Well, guys, stay tuned. We will be having some more stuff come up. We're going to have some dragons coming out. And I'm going to be making some more videos. So I'm not done yet with the videos. I just need you to bear with me. I'm working on a few things, okay? I did take a short break. And I came back. But I just need everybody to bear with me and I'll come out with some new stuff, okay? So for right now, I think that's all we're going to do. I hope that everybody got a lot out of this. We've been on this for almost 2 hours. And I am Z-Dog. If you would, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification so you can be notified of all new content. And thanks again to Mr. Twitchy for allowing us to visit his park and information concerning the dice. Until next time, guys.